So like we are here for we want to check about the Paris Olympics before Paris Olympic pre-camp. So this is the Saarbrücken is too close to the Paris, and also there is a my coach knows about this place and he know about everything here. So he tell us about the center and we came here. So everything is good here. So we planned for the Paris Olympics. So we can travel from here to there, and we can also knows about weather, because the Paris and here weather is also the same. So this is our plan.
Okay, and your coach is obviously German, so
yes,
that also helps when you have a German coach and you
yes, yes, because he have good friends here.
I worked 15 years here in the Saarbrücken, so at the Olympic Training Center.
Yeah.
Have you learned some German already, working with a German coach, or?
Some words like Guten Morgen, Guten Abend, Danke.
Okay, but on the international court, English is the
yes,
language.
like my English also not so good, but okay, I can understood and I can try to tell them what I need to tell. Yes.
Very good. So last year at the Olympic Games in Tokyo, you won the gold medal. You were relatively young, being 23 years at that point. So how did your life change in the last year since you won the Olympic Games?
Like that was first time in India. We won Olympic gold in athletics, and also the live telecast was good last year. Like first time in India, everyone watched the Olympics. So then they watched my full competition, and they know about javelin and track and field now. After the gold medal, when I came back to the India, then the thousands of people was there in the airport, and like the good thing is the young children or young athletes, they start train now.
Inspired.
Yes, they inspired, and they start javelin or they start track and field or any sport now, because our full result like Indian Olympics, that was best result in Tokyo in Olympics and Paralympics. So so many children was inspired and they start sports. Yes, so many, the first time if you go a little bit back in Eugene World Championship, the first time so many athletes was in final. So this is little change, and we won good medals in Birmingham Commonwealth Games. So if we see the global wise, so Indian athletes is grow, and also the young athletes, they are they are more in stadiums now. So they start slowly.
So
they
maybe
can.
There is
Yes.
also now a change in.
Yes, and also if you're talking about javelin, so there is 5 javelin throwers in India now. They're over 80 meter.
Okay, wow.
So this is also a good thing. I think the combinations of all things. We need flexibility, we need speed, technique, and also strength for this impact of the attack in the javelin. So we need everything, but if you go specifically, my coach can tell you about this. He knows everything. He gives his half of life for the javelin.
Okay.
All you need is speed, that we would say.
Okay.
Because all is at the end about energy. So the javelin has to obtain high amount of kinetic movement energy, and it comes actually from the run-up. And then it is stored in the body, and I use this metaphor of the bent bow, like we store the energy and then it goes by the elasticity. And this holistic thing, this combination of how you obtain and transfer the energy into the javelin, that's the thing, and this is why some people are stronger, some more flexible. So that is the combination, as Neeraj said,
So you
individually.
You have to be a well-rounded athlete, and you have to be able to, you have to have a lot of power and strength and speed, but then also be able to transfer it
and also how to use in run up. This is very important because so many athletes was too strong. I also know some athletes was my friend in India. They was too strong, but now they are not they don't have good speed in run up and not good technique, not good fast arm. So they are very powerful, but still not able to throw too far.
Yeah, they can be 20 kilos stronger in the snatch. We may talk later about this. 20 kilograms stronger, but throwing 10 meters less.
Yeah.
So yeah, let you think what is important. Yeah.
It's a very complex sport. When we watch someone like you, you make it look very easy, but at the end of the day, it requires a lot of training, years of training and perfection to be able to do this.
Yes.
It's very, very impressive. So I found a video online where I saw you in the weight room lifting weights, and your coach already mentioned snatch and how important strength is. So would you share with us what is your personal best in like squat or bench press? Because I saw you moving a lot of weight in that video.
Okay, so I think I'm not too strong if we compare with German or European athletes. I'm not too strong, but my lifting in weight room is, my snatch PB was 105 kg in last year, but this year only 100, and my bench press was 140, but now we didn't do too much, so 120 something like this, and also squat full squat was 160 or 70, and
so if you
other 250, you should know, no? So.
But my favorite exercise is pullover. This is good for javelin. So I pull the weight 100 kg.
Wow.
So this is very important for javelin throwers.
I can tell you, if you would go to the city and you would access just any gym out there, you would be probably still the strongest person in the room if you compare yourself with people.
No, I don't think so.
If Lothar comes in.
Yesterday he told Lothar bench press was 190.
Okay.
So it's.
Well, but it's not all about the strength. We've already learned that. You need more.
And he threw the discus. Okay. The 2
kilo
discus, and it is the 800-gram javelin. That's the thing. The light implement.
Yes.
Okay. So how much time do you spend in the weight room, and how much time are you on the field working, like specifically on the throw itself? How is the distribution of that? What would you say?
Like, if we are on weight room, after the lifting, we also do some ball throws like javelin for technical, for thinking about the javelin or technique. So I think I spend more time on the training, like out of the gym, like running, jumps, throws, or hurdle jumps, and also we spend some time on the gymnastic halls. So this is also good for us. Good flexibility plus strength, and yes, also gym is also very important, like strength or speed for this combination. Coach, and this is, I think, more specifically than coach can tell about.
No, it changes during the course of the year. The content changes, and the relationship between the main means is also changing. Huh? When we do gymnastics at this time, no javelin throwing, maybe medicine balls, then starting both arms, both hands.
So there is a periodization and cyclization.
Yes,
and
the changing of the content more and more specifically becomes.
Yeah. Yes. But I think you can tell that there's a lot of factors going into that training, and it's not just.
Yes, there's so many things.
Some weights and then throwing a javelin, and that's it. There are many different gymnastics even that is really very interesting.
So many things that people don't know about the training. So everything is packed, like jumps. We also need good jumps, and so many people but don't know. We also did some fart legs, like long runners in off season for our endurance and for
recovery.
Yes,
getting the capacity to recover.
So even endurance training for javelin throw, where it's usually just a few seconds, is important in that sport. You also have to bring endurance with.
Because everybody know we just came and throw in 30 seconds or like 5-10 seconds, but they don't know about the duration of the competition.
Yeah,
we start warming up 1.5 hour or 1 hour before the competition. Then in competition we compete in 1.5 hour. So almost 3 hours we need to warm up. We need to warming up our body. So we need stamina or good endurance for this.
And also for recovery, I understand.
Yes.
It's important to have a good cardiovascular
So
system.
this is very important. Yeah. I have physio with me. His name is Isan. So he's also like
Specialist.
yeah, he's specialist for my rehab training or for small muscles if I need some recovery or some physio things, some small exercise. So he also help us for this. But for javelin exercises or javelin specific, then coach can help me. And I also tell them if I need something, if I feel something about this exercise, or I don't like this exercise, or I think this is not good for. If I feel something in my knee and some coach said, oh, we can do this jump, so I can tell them. So this relationship also good in between us. So I can tell them without any hesitate. So I feel something here, so we can skip this training, we can do another training. So they also get good with this.
So as a coach, you plan the training, but you also need the feedback from your athlete in order to adapt the training and change the training, or how's that relationship?
Of course, you have it on the daily basis, on the hourly. I mean, during the training, after the training, of course, you have the feedback, adjusting.
Okay, so it's important that you're always like in communication all the time.
Yeah, because he runs the show. We just give the advice, whatever. Yeah, so.
Now he making plan. He send us and
Yes.
Me and physio, and also we can, if we need to change something or we can add something, we need to add something. So we can tell him, so we can manage in good
so
way.
it's an individual sport, but still a team effort.
Yes, yes. In anywhere you can't go in that reach alone.
Okay.
Like so many people around you, positive way, they help you.
Okay.
So I'm lucky I have a good team, a good coach with me. I think like with training, we also need good diet and good recovery. For recovery, like you can do small things, you can do ice bath after the training, after hard training, or you can sleep good. So this is the basic need we think. I think some stretching after training, we always do good stretch. Then our body can again going normal, relax. So this is the basic thing though. So you can, like normal people can do after the training.
Yeah. So sleep, diet.
Sleep and good diet, good stretching. Yes, like I'm talking with one dietitian in India, but I am not like too serious about the diet. So if I like something, or today like this thing is good, so I eat full of this. So I'm not follow everything, but yes, we need a good diet plan for our build.
But it's not so strict that you have like 20 grams of this and
No, I don't like this thing. Some athletes like this, but I don't like. Oh, I need to eat this dry fruit in the morning, then before the training this, and after training this. Then if we skip something, then we think too much about this. Oh, I skip this. So this is not good. So I don't like this feeling. So I just follow the training. Oh, today I did good training, so I need a good diet. So, but I'm not too serious about
this.
this.
If observing your diet, I would say, first of all, no alcohol, no cigarettes. So this is the basics of a healthy lifestyle. Lot of fruits and lot of veggies. So this is good. Okay.
Natural food.
The Indians like the carbs, this different bread stuff. So yeah.
Like in India, people don't eat too much meat or non-veg.
Yeah.
So they eat more of vegetables or like some curry type
stuff,
of
lot of
sweet
stuff, which is.
So sweets is also not so good for our health.
See for your 10 kilo adding body weight after
Yes.
the Olympics.
After the Olympic, I tell you the story. So I ate too much food or sweets. So my weight was 86, 87 in the Olympics.
Yeah.
And when we start training after 3-4 months, my weight was 98 and a half. So
even an Olympic athlete knows how it is hard to
yes,
resist.
Because no training, no?
Candy.
because no training, just eat too much food.
Hotels.
But was very hard for me. When I start training, in one lap, I feel I like 10 laps.
Yeah, I mean when you have 10 extra kilos with you.
No, it was very tough time for me.
It's running like with the own weight jacket.
Yeah.
It's effective, yeah.
I think that's very good. I think a lot of people can relate to that from all.
Yes. So what I learning from this time, so not go like
Don't let it go, no?
no. Also not skip your training for too long time.
Yeah.
1 week, 10 days is okay, but you need to do some running stuff or some core exercise just for maintain, and also about your diet plan. Okay, you can eat like so much food in 5 days, 6 days or 1 week, but you need to stay strict for this. Not yet.
Sauerkraut and bratwurst is not what the Indians like.
I also have to say I think the
Even
Indian
cannot
food is
eat.
better than the German.
we have so many things, like we have good tasty food, we have so many things, but yes, coach make sometime cheese or paneer in India.
Yeah.
We tried,
Okay.
but not German food. I think in future.
Juice from the
Yes.
Palatinate grapes, yes. What I
Yesterday
brought them, so
he bring
red
it for me.
grapes, local, yeah.
Juice.
But,
Yes.
yeah.
Definitely, this is not easy, but I like this. Because this is my work, and this is my, like, people know me as a javelin thrower, as an athlete. So this is my work. So what I said, like, if you do some work, do it with your 100% of your heart, or give your 100% on this. So like for me, training or ground time is my motivation. So when I in training ground or when I finish my training, I feel very good. So, and also for the mindset, before the competitions, I do visualization, I listen the music, and I thinking about my competition, thinking about my technique. But if I say I don't have personal psychologist or this thing.
But you obviously use certain techniques
Yes,
specifically
yes.
that help you just to
Because
be motivated and focused.
Because in big competition we realize after the competition there was too much pressure on the competition sometime.
Yeah, okay.
So we need to. But also one more thing for me, if I tell you one natural thing for me, if I enter the stadium and if javelin in my hand, and I am in run up, so I am in another zone.
Okay.
So I feel good, focused, and also the good thing is we need good team with us, good people surround us, so they can feel us positive.
Yeah, okay.
So I have good team, and if sometime I not feel good in training, they find some positivity there, and then they can tell me. So I always
So
feel
also
good.
in terms of mindset, it's important to have the right people around
Yes.
you, support you, give you the right input when
Yes.
you need it.
I think patience is very important, because the people now if they start some sport, they want to throw far as fast as possible, like they want result very early. So there is not any shortcut. You need to do this work, and you need some years for this.
Yeah.
Because I start sport in 2011, and this world record was in 2016.
Yeah.
So almost 5-6 years
Yeah.
I reached there.
Yeah.
So we need good patience, or we need to believe our coach, or if we work with someone, so stay with them, and because the result going up slowly, because if we look back in 2016, I threw 86.48, and now after 6 years I am in 89.94. So just 4 meter.
Yeah.
So we need to stay patient and just continue your job, like your work.
Yeah. I think that is something that a lot of people can relate to, because also people who want to go to the gym and just want to become a little more fit, they also need to bring the patience with them, because there's no like overnight change of fitness, or like there's no overnight body transformation.
No.
It requires some time and to be patient. So I think that is a very good advice for many people.
Yes, I think if you train 15-20 hours, this is not good. If you train like 2 hours a day for 10 days, this is more effective. Consistency is more effective. Not just hard training for one time and okay, you need rest for 5 days then. So you need okay, you can, if you give your body 1 hour, 1.5 hours in a day, and for long time, for your 1 year or 2 years or for your full life. So this is good habit.
Yeah. That's a very valuable tip for many aspects of life too.
And
consistency always wins over a short time. We're putting a lot of intensity, a lot of volume.
Yes.
We need to stay on it.
And I think healthy life is like if you have everything, money or everything, if you don't have good health, so
especially for a professional athlete, health is the foundation to succeed.
So we need good health for good life.
Well, these were all our questions. Thank you so much for being so open, and this was very interesting. I think very interesting also to a lot of people who will see and read this interview. We have also a very short presentation for you, because I think you've already been informed. We will launch at the beginning of next year online course. It's called Basic Fitness Trainer. Here at the BSA-Akademie, we almost have 40 years of experience with this sort of qualification as fitness trainers. In fact, we were the first education institution in Germany to offer this to the broad public. So everyone can come to us and get like licensed as a trainer and do the training here to become a trainer. And now we've been starting to do this in a digital format, where people can do it on the computers, can do it remotely. And next year we will also do it in English, so that we will offer it to a very broad spectrum of people. And so you are now the first person outside of you two are the first people outside of the university to see just a short presentation of what we will offer. It's still a beta version. It's not the final product, but we would just like to show you a little bit and maybe some questions. So the course itself is generally structured in coaching techniques and training methods and anatomy, as anatomy is the foundation for everyone who wants to train someone, that they know like the functional anatomy, how the muscle works, how the body works. And it will be separated into individual videos, 10 to 15 minutes, that you can watch basically from everywhere around the world. And you also get an additional textbook where everything is written in a written format. And we have a short presentation about the shoulder and the shoulder girdle, because we thought as a javelin thrower, I think shoulder girdle is a very important part of the body. I think the whole body is important, but obviously the shoulder. So I will just show you a little bit what we do and explain it. At the moment it's still only in German, but that shouldn't matter, so just let you know. So we will start all the sections by basically presenting the structure, presenting the bones, first thing. And here, for example, with this slide, we show how the arm actually moves and how the shoulder girdle is involved. Because a lot of people, when they think about shoulder movement, they only think about this area, but what they don't know is that actually the whole shoulder girdle is moving. And we have a little example here. So these are the degrees of freedom for standard degrees of freedom. For you, probably it's a little bit more mobility in the shoulder, but this is for the everyman person. And now, what you've already can see is like that the shoulder blade is very important, and we want to highlight the movement of the shoulder blade. So what people can see here, and what we will explain to them, when you lift your arm, you don't just lift the arm, but actually, as you can see, the whole shoulder girdle is moving. And that's also something in strength and conditioning training, what a lot of people have to work on, to fixate the shoulder blade. That's a very important aspect. And for you as a professional athlete, it's easier to understand because you work with it every day. You know your body very well. But for some people, this is very complex to understand. They've never seen something like this. So we want to do this in a video format so that it's more palpable and vivid for them to understand. And then we will also show some exercises. For example, here, the rowing. And this is a very common exercise that a lot of people do in the gym in different formats. You can also do it with a dumbbell or barbell in a standing position. And then we showed this first, because this is something that everyone can relate to.
But position also need good position, not like this.
Exactly, exactly.
So this is good also.
Like here.
Yeah. And that is also one of the challenges here, because we used to have people come here, and we as the teachers, we would go with them in the weight rooms, let them try this on their own and correct them and show it on their own body, or they could see it on someone else. And now it's all on a computer.
Yeah, this is good.
The feedback is a little bit less, and so we use these videos to show it to them. And now actually we will go into the anatomy of this particular movement. We see the biceps here, and oops, that was too fast, and the lats. And also from the back side. Now we also are highlighting the important muscles for this movement of the shoulder blades here, and then we can see this also on the model here. And it's really just important to have a good example so that people can understand, okay, what is actually happening when I'm doing this movement? So the next time when they go to the gym, that they're not just doing the exercise, but they have this image in mind. Like, I have to move the shoulder blades, and the trainers need to know with these muscles I'm moving the shoulder blades. That's the idea. And then as a final slide, we can combine these two just to have like a good impression so that people can memorize it. So this is the idea with this licensation.
Yeah, it can help also for them doing in good position.
Yeah.
So sometimes people want to do more weights, but with bad technique.
Yeah.
So, but good technique is very important.
Technique is everything. Yeah. Also in everyday fitness training, not just in high performance, but also for everyday athletes. Yeah, basically that was already short presentation of what we will do. I don't know if you have any questions on it. I hope it was comprehensible.
But this is good work because we also do these exercises, or we also need this.
Yeah.
This is good. So people have in their mind what they are doing and for what muscle, for which muscle they are doing.
Yeah.
So this
and
is
especially
good.
with the anatomy, it's always a challenge.
Yes.
Because for people, as I said, it's sometimes very hard to imagine them. So I think when we are finished with this was only an excerpt, then we will definitely provide you with the finished product so you can also try it and maybe you can take a look at the anatomy.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I think then we're done. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
For taking the time.